I am late, but as I guess you're not waiting yet in front of the camera like it's 11:09 in Switzerland. I was 9 minutes late because I was producing food at home like lentil soup. I don't know if you know Otto Lengi. He's a famous cook, and his cookbook is the absolute best. And the lentil coconut tomato soup with cilantro in it. I think that's the word in English for this herb. Some people hate to death and some people love, like me. So I was producing soup and tomato sauce and tomato salsa for going to the mountain cabin on Saturday, and then I'll have a photo shoot with Bri Penny, the super great photographer, and her husband is coming along, and 2 huskies, and we're having a few days up there photographing, photo shooting, and I want to make sure that we have brilliant food and enjoy our time, like taking awesome pictures and not being busy cooking all the time. But food is so important to me. So I was now cooking, showering, running to the office for doing this video for you. And you couldn't care less because you're just watching this video. But my message, do yourself a favor and cook awesome food for yourself. Enjoy your food, enjoy every bite of it, and that makes life brings it to another level if you have beautiful food you love and you enjoy it while eating. But today's video is not about food, it's about random act of kindness. And I'm sure you know what that is. In Switzerland, random act of kindness, if you say this word, it's like, what's that? I don't get the term. And translating it to German, it's like, it gets kind of a flimsy big word. But random act of kindness is so simple. You just do some kind thing and surprise somebody. I love to surprise strangers. I love that. Even if you're not hiding behind the bush and looking at the scene where some person will find your gift, your surprise, your money, your message. But just being not there and imagining like the best suiting person for this surprise you were preparing, maybe in advance, maybe with a lot of time and effort. The best person will find it and it will be beautiful, and this person will be so happy and maybe inspired to be a kinder person afterwards, to pay it forward. You never know. But the cool thing about random act of kindness is, I think, is that you feel happy while you prepare it. So what I love to do is easy. Just declutter your bookshelf, go through all your books, and the ones you don't want to read again, not the ones you don't like, wow, this book is so cool, I probably won't read it ever again. I don't want to keep it, but then write a message in the book or a post-it note on the book, like, have a lot of fun with this book, and then you leave it in public transportation or on a bench or wherever you go. And I know it's COVID time and maybe not so easy to go to public places, but it depends where you live. In Switzerland, we're kind of to a normal kind of life back with masks, but and you could put some alcohol on the book and write even on the post-it note, this book is totally clean, so that the person finding the book is feeling safe. Just do what's important to you, that you think that's a cool gift, and the person who finds it, if it resonates with him or her, it's a perfect match. And just having a book somewhere, you don't have to buy it. It's like on just the fact that you find a book and maybe it just has the perfect message for you in it. It's like destiny is calling. Isn't that a nice thought? Like, you don't need this book anymore, you let it go, you write a kind note, and somebody is finding this book and it will change the whole life. Maybe not, but maybe yes, and you don't know it, but you just let go this book and wish this person finding it all the best, and that something awesome might or might not happen. So this randomness, I love that. I love to write messages and maybe put some money in an envelope and stick it to a vending machine. Like, I don't know, $5, 5 francs in Switzerland is still like, you can buy some things in the vending machine. Most things are 3.50 or something. You know what currency is important in your country, and you just receiving money unexpectedly is like, oh wow, is this for me? Can I take that? Is that okay? And with a cool little note, this random act of kindness is not, if you can, but you can give away $1,000 or even more. That's even not cooler, but that's cool too. But if you receive just a little amount of money out of nowhere, it's just a nice surprise, and you say, oh, I can buy this cool magazine I was fancying but like holding back to buy, or whatever. Or you buy some food if you're in need, and $5 is like meaning the world to you. When I was giving back away books, when I started with that, I wasn't writing messages in the books yet, so I was just leaving them in public transportation. We have trams in Zurich, like little trains, not subways on the level of the cars and everything. And I was just leaving them randomly, and one was a cookbook. I loved it as a kid. It was like comic style, drawed book, and lots of recipes I do even now, like pizza toast made of stale bread. You just cut it and put the pizza ingredients on top of it, and the bread tastes beautiful, and you use your old bread, and it's just a perfect dinner for everybody. Like Mika loves it too. That's one recipe out of this book. So I really admired this book, but I didn't need it anymore. I knew all the recipes by heart. So I left it in the tram. And a week later, my mother called, like, we have a package in the mail. My parents still live where I grew up. So I have a package and it's your maiden name on it. So shall I open it? I said, oh, yes, please. I don't know who would send me a package. So she opened it, and guess what? The cookbook was in there. I didn't open it, so I was writing my whole address in my clumsy primary school letter. We have a certain type of letters we had to use in third grade. We started to learn this writing. So in big letters with a giant fat blue pencil, I was writing it whole address in this book. So this lady thought, oh no, this child lost her book, and she sent it back. How nice is that? So I was really like, it was hard to let go of that book. I wrote a beautiful message in the book, and I think I cut out this address page, and then I did it again to leave it somewhere in public transportation. And I don't remember, but I think this lady didn't leave an address for me to thank her, but it was just so nice to know that there are people out there, they're sending back books to little girls. They assume that they are little girls. She didn't know that I was 8 years older than I was when I had this book. So now I always write on the book or in the book, this book is for you. And maybe you can write some little summary or what you liked best. And then it's even more appealing to read this book, like, oh wow, somebody thought of me. You don't know that it's random, but it feels like, oh, that's just for me. And even a little note makes happy feelings coming alive in you. And how cool is that? But it doesn't have to be books. You can do whatever you want. And if you're like, oh, come on, Ronja, I'm not creative. What are you talking about? You can use my joy cards. I did a September layout for that too. You are beautiful and magical and powerful. I love the song from Robbie Williams. I don't know if you know it. I love my life. I am beautiful. I am magical. I am me. You are enough. Just be you and enjoy your day. I mean, these messages are just they just came in my head and I was just writing them down. You can cut out these cards, and here is my URL for signing up for my Joy Challenge, my free Joy Challenge, and you can get the download of these cards again. But of course you don't need these. I told you that before. You can use any piece of paper. But if you are lazy and you think like, oh yeah, I could drop some joy cards wherever I go, this is cool. And my vision is that it's a movement around the globe. I know, big goals, but why not? And then a lot of people are joining the Joy Challenge. They get inspired. For example, I know that's in COVID times not as easy as I thought of before that, but like invite your neighbors, do something in your neighborhood, but you can think of things which are safe whatever the circumstances are. Like my vision is that we are kinder to ourselves first, kinder to others, and then bring people together, also virtually that's possible. Like let's take care of each other and let's take care of your energy, and then give energy away, or messages or books or money or whatever you think of random act of kindness could look like in your creativity, in your city, in your village, wherever you live. Just a little act of kindness, just even a smile, can change someone's day, and then the ripple effect is happening. It's just a fact, the butterfly effect, that a butterfly wing, the wing of a butterfly could lead to a thunderstorm or a tornado on the other side of the earth. I think there was some scientific research going on about that, but I just like the imagination, like every flat, I don't know, of a butterfly is meaning something. And every word, every thought even of ourselves is impacting the world. And without stressing about it and like, oh, I have to have the perfect performance today, otherwise I fail. No, just go with the flow and look where you go. And if you have the intention of being kind to the people around you, I think that's enough already. And then you're kind to maybe somebody grumpy, and being grumpy and then kindness is coming your way. It's so confusing, like, wow, she was nice and I'm grumpy, and what do I do now? And that's not your business how this person is reacting to your kindness, but it's like a gift. That's a random act of kindness in its pure form, without money, message, paper, whatever involved. Let's be kind and spread the kindness. And I'm happy if you use the joy cards, and I put the download below the video, of course. But a piece of paper or a kind word is having an impact already. What's having an impact on your day or your week too, if you fill out the Joyometer? That's mine. It's the September design. I'm so happy that I thought, well, I just do it. And if you like it, you can use it. And you certainly don't need my design. You can use, again, a piece of paper, or you have a journal and you write in it every week. And it's, again, the same questions. I think they will stay the same for forever. The highlights of my week. For me, it was a boat ride on Lake Lucerne. I post a little video of my Instagram stories below. I met Franz. I don't know how to Franz. He was a captain on these big old cruise ships on Lake Lucerne. They're over 100 years old. They have a steam motor, and the old motor, everything is original. And it's just so majestic and so cool. And if you ride on the first class deck, you have electricity and they serve food. And I always, at least once per year, I go for a 6-hour ride for just working, having my boat office. I have it on my vision board everywhere. I think on this one, not yet, but I have several vision boards here in my office. And always a ship on it to remind me to go on Lake Lucerne or even Lake Zurich for a 6-hour round trip. So I was working on some projects. And then Franz approached me and other laptop entrepreneurs. I think that was 3 or 4 years ago. And then we started talking, and he's a super interesting, super kind, warm, heartfelt man, and he was interested, and so interesting, and you need some power sockets. I will get you a multi-plug somewhere, because it was not enough for all our devices. It was just so kind, like, wow, Mr. Captain is talking to us, like starstruck. And we kept in touch over Instagram, and now he is retiring. And because of COVID, he had he stopped working because public transportation cut off the boat rides. It's an official public transportation service in Switzerland, these boat rides, but they just cut them off for a certain amount of time, and then his retiring date came. So last Saturday was like the final farewell boat ride. He was, I think, not officially in the team on this day. Of course, he was dressed as the captain, but he could just stay with friends. He invited me and Mika for the ride, and his music friends and his family. And he was just saying goodbye and goodbye and goodbye to everybody, and really enjoying these 6 hours. And you have to check the video. Every boat crossing boat was waving, and I think they gave them the napkins from the restaurant, so they were waving unisono with white napkins, and every boat was tooting the horn. I think that's like the really correct saying of this. There was this toot toot. Mika was making fun of this toot in the end all the time. Our boat was greeting, these boats were greeting, and in 6 hours we met a lot of boats, and it was so touching. And he is such a nice person, and like this honor, like they honored his work, 34 years as a captain on Lake Lucerne. So that was my Choyometer. I will post it below. Is full of this this Saturday. We were really enjoying our ride, and how he was so friendly to everybody, and also thanking afterwards in Instagram Messenger again. So just so cool. And the other thing I'm super grateful and is on here taking place is this photo shooting next week. Next week's video will be recorded, and I will for sure tell you on Instagram. Follow me on @Ronja Sakata or @JoyIsMyCompass. And then you will see live what we have, the little adventures we will have in the mountain cabin while photo shooting. And like preparing the photo shoot, that's on my Choyometer too, because I was waiting so long. They wanted to come in August. It was not possible leaving the UK without going to quarantine afterwards. I don't know how they figured it out now, but it's just happening. So that makes me happy. But again, it's not about me, it's about your week. And just look back and ask yourself these questions. For what are you grateful for? Your highlights. What made you very, very, very happy? What did you do for yourself as self-care? A piece of advice, wisdom from you to everybody you're showing that Choyometer. Maybe you do this just for yourself, and maybe you post it on Instagram or Facebook, and your friends get inspired to do that. Just give them the link for the download, or just inspire your surrounding, or just take it in all by yourself. How was your week? And the focus is on the good. That's the point. Like, you're not doing a review, dear diary, last week was shitty, this was bad, and this was stressful. Just the positive things. And I know it sounds like, yeah, but the negative things happened too. I know, but just put the energy and the focus on the good things, and things will slowly change. You will act differently in the next week because you already think of the Choyometer looking back on your week. I promise. Do this for several weeks and you will feel the difference. So try it out, print it out, fill it out, and just fill it out every Thursday with me. or fill it out every Sunday evening or whenever you want. It doesn't have to be like this day, otherwise you failed. No, just do it when you're happy to do it, and you have a reaction, even a physical reaction, on focusing on all the things which were good, made you happy, you're grateful for, and you find inspiring. It's so powerful, even though it's so simple. And what I can highly, highly recommend to you is James Corden's memoir. It's the guy who does carpool karaoke, and I think I don't even know all the things he's done in the English world. You may know him better than I do, but his book, read by him, audiobook, is so good and so fun. I'm laughing out loud regularly, and Ken, my husband, is freaking out. He hates that, and I said, come on, it's funny, so why shouldn't I not laugh? But he's like, we have a kitchen door with a long window, and then he's like going to the window like that. I was cooking and laughing because of James' book, and Ken was like this in the kitchen window. And I'm always scared when I see him, like he's a robbery thief coming into our apartment. He loves to scare me, but yeah, he hates the laughing. But I can recommend this book to you, and just tag me with your Joyometers if you post them online. Follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, wherever you want to stay in touch. And if you want the Joy cards, and if you want to join this Joy challenge yourself, just sign up. It's free, and I get a lot of very cool feedback, even letters, like physical letters with beautifully all these different tasks and ideas. Like, wow, Ronja, that was so cool, and I did that, and that happened. Like, wow, I get physical letters of people doing these things. And remember, you're not doing anything of that for me, you're doing it for yourself. And taking time for yourself is just such a luxurious thing to do in these busy times. Like, just think, what was so good? What am I so grateful for of last week? Thank you so much. Next week will be recorded, but also Thursday there is the video online, and Sunday the newsletter go out with the blog post, and the next podcast interview episode is in English. Yeah, this week is Swiss German, next week is English. And why do I not know now by heart who it is? Oh, it's Junko Suzuki. It's a Japanese friend. So that's interesting. And you can travel with me to Japan with Junko, explaining her way of creating joy in her life in Japan. See you soon. Thank you so much for watching, and take care of yourself. Create joy for yourself, and let's do this ripple effect. We will change the world together. Bye bye. Thank you.